Welcome to Cowgirl Up, the podcast dedicated to elevating your mindset. I'm your host, Laurie Blickenstaff, certified mental performance coach at mentalgame101.com. So yesterday we talked about how your subconscious accepts what you repeatedly tell it, the good, the bad, the ugly. And today I want to introduce you to the system that makes it work. And honestly, once you understand this one, you're going to look at your self-talk in a whole new way. It's called the reticular activating system. And I'm not going to say that over and over again today, so we will just call it the RAS. So your RAS is a bundle of nerves at the base of your brainstem. And its job is to act as a filter between the ginormous amount of information that our brain receives every single second and what actually reaches your conscious awareness. So our brains are basically being bombarded with millions of pieces of information at any given moment. And it simply cannot process all of it. So this RAS is the system that decides what's important and what's going to get through to your consciousness. And what do you think it bases that decision on? Well, whatever you focus on. So here's an example I think almost anyone can relate to. Have you ever decided you want a new truck? Let's say a black F-350. And then suddenly you start seeing black F-350s everywhere you go. Well, they were always there. It's just that your RAS wasn't flagging them as important before. So when you decided that that was the truck you wanted, that was what mattered, well, your brain started finding it everywhere. That's why it's dangerous to focus on the negative, the fears, the doubts, because we're basically telling our subconscious that these things are important and to let more of it in. Now, it's not the automatic negative thought that pops into your head that's the problem. Remember, we can't help those, so we don't want to stress when we have one. It's only when we fail to act, if you remember, be aware, notice it, check it, and trade it for some other thought. And instead, if we let those thoughts recycle over and over without acting, that's what creates the damage. And here's something I want to address because I hear it all the time. And even with my clients, especially in the beginning, like, well, what were you focusing on? Just don't hit a barrel. Okay, well, guess what? The research tells us that your subconscious does not register the word don't. It actually just drops it. So if you say, don't hit a barrel, your subconscious hears hit a barrel. Don't miss that shot, your subconscious hears miss that shot. So if you're saying that over and over, well, there's no better way to make sure that you end up doing exactly what you don't want to do. So what should we do instead? Well, we refocus on what we want to have happen. So like for my clients, you know these as your process goals or controllables. So instead of don't hit a barrel, they would say, I ride all the way to my points. Or instead of don't miss the target, they say, I see it, track it, and shoot it. So that way, they're basically giving their RAS something that it can actually work with, which is a clear picture of what they want. So tomorrow, we're going to talk about how long all of this actually takes, this subconscious training, because I have a feeling you might be wondering, and you'll find that the research has a pretty encouraging answer. So until then, just keep feeding your subconscious and it will work for you. Thank you so much for tuning in today. If you have any questions, feedback, or comments, I'd love to hear from you. Email me at Laurie@mentalgame101.com.